Either you start acting more appropriately when my boyfriend's home, or he's not renewing your lease. My roommate's girlfriend smiled at me like she'd already won. I was blindsided. Excuse me? If my roommates had a problem with me, they'd say so. I knew that for a fact because my two roommates were also my oldest friends. We'd grown up together, gotten into the same college, and rooming together was a no-brainer. The only wrinkle was that they were both guys and I was a girl. The three of us treated each other like siblings and never thought twice about it. But it always seemed to become a problem the second one of them started dating. My ex used to accuse me of doing favors for them, which never happened. And now that my roommate Devin had a new girlfriend, it felt like the same nonsense all over again. I was home alone when she came by just to lecture me. Okay, get out, I said. She looked shocked. You're kicking me out? You don't live here. I let you in to be nice and you're acting like my mother. Leave. She narrowed her eyes. Better start looking for a new place. She stormed off and I locked the door behind her. When the guys got back from soccer practice, I told Devin everything. He gave me a confused look. You sure you mean today? Because that's not possible. She was at practice with us the whole time, start to finish. The three of us stared at each other. I asked if she'd slipped away and come back. They swore she'd sat by the field the entire session. I went to bed still trying to make it make sense. The next time I saw her was at an end of finals party. I couldn't find my roommates, kept getting jostled in the crowd, and then spotted Devin's girlfriend, making out with a guy I'd never seen. I reached for my phone to get a photo, but it was gone from my pocket. When I finally found my roommates, she was standing right next to Devin. I pulled him aside and told him. He shook her head. That had to be someone who looked like her. She's been beside me all night. I insisted. Same hair, same makeup, same outfit. Do you have proof? I didn't. My phone had vanished, probably lifted by someone in the crush. He looked at me a long moment. Be honest. Are you trying to get me to break up with her? Because she said you'd do exactly this. She thinks you're jealous your relationship failed. My face went hot. She's manipulating you. You're saying everything she said you'd say. He snapped. Leave her alone or figure out rent on your own. And he walked back inside. I was being set up. I just didn't know how. A couple days later, she showed up again while the guys were at practice. But this time I had a plan. I let her in, plugged my phone in at the kitchen counter facing the room, and quietly started a video call to Devin. Loudly, I asked, so how come you're not at practice with the guys? She didn't answer. Then I turned around and watched her dropkick Devin's game console. I froze. She laughed, pulled out a box cutter, and slashed the couch cushion, tossing stuffing in the air like confetti. Look at you, she said. Trashing your own place. I backed toward the counter. Why are you doing this? Isn't it obvious? I make you look unstable, you get kicked out, and I move in. She winked. And they'll believe it because I'm at practice right now. I stayed calm, kept my back to the phone, and kept her talking. Except you're not, I said. You're on camera. Live. Devin's watching every second of this. Her face changed. She lunged for the phone, but the front door flew open. The guys had bolted straight from the field the second Devin's screen lit up. They pinned the door open long enough for me to slip past, and outside I stood in shock as police walked out two women who looked exactly alike, both in handcuffs. It turned out Devin's girlfriend had hired a lookalike, a struggling actress willing to do anything for cash, to sit in at practices and make out with a stranger at the party so that she could be two places at once. The whole elaborate scheme, just to frame me out of my own apartment and take my room. Devin was mortified. He'd chosen a manipulator's word over a friend he'd known his whole life, and he knew it. It took him a while to earn back the trust, and I made him. After that, we made one new house rule. No partners in the apartment until we were absolutely certain they weren't, well, that